What is going on YouTube? Today, I finally got myself Five Guys again after a year of not getting it. Because let me tell you something. I think Five Guys hates me. Because every time I've been to Five Guys within the last 3 months, they've been closed. I don't know why, but they've just been closed. I went at last month on a Wednesday at 3 p.m. They're closed because my days off are Wednesday. So I went at 3 p.m. They're closed. And every time I go, they're closed or just not open. I went up one time, the workers in there, and they're just no. And I'm like, why are you guys in here then? And it was 5 p.m. that time. So I went today and it said they were closed. And then I sat in the parking lot, just sad, being like, what should I get? I was going to go get pizza and make a video for it, a different type of pizza place. But then as I was leaving, I saw that they removed the sign and said they're open now. So I'm like, it's 4 p.m. Why are you guys now open? Or 5 p.m., whatever time it was at the time. Well, right now it's 5 p.m. So then it would have been 4, but I don't know, whatever. So I went out and I got myself Five Guys burger because I'm feeling like a burger. So here's the fries. I'm just taking out the bag fries because you know how Five Guys does. They they put the burger in there and then they put the fries on top of it. So you have to sift through all the fries that are just in the way, which is cool. But that's one of the things I actually dislike about it, because even though you get more fries, it's just annoying. And I don't want to have to sift through a million and one fries and get my hands all greasy to get this burger. That's one thing I don't like about them. I know a lot of people do like it though. I'm not people. So let's go ahead and get into this here. So we got, here's the classic double cheeseburger with just lettuce, ketchup, mayo. Pretty simple. Before we get started, guys, remember to just watch the end to get my full review of the food and just to stay for the conversation of what we're going to talk about today, because today is pretty interesting. Before we get into that, let's get into the first chew and just this burger. Oh, this is still delicious. So one little fun thing, I'm happy it opened back up before I left, because before I left, I was reading the comments and the reviews to see if anything is going on with them for why they're closed all the time, and there's no one saying anything about it. So that was weird. But when I read the comments, people were saying that Five Guys is different now. The burger tastes different. The patty's different. Everything about it is different. So it's okay. I guess I'll never know. So now that I got it, now I'm seeing it, this actually just looks and tastes exactly the same. I think that guy who was reviewing it just got a bad burger, maybe. If anything, this has more cheese. I think you guys can see right here, cheese flowing out of the burger, which this is more cheese than I personally remember. So, whatever. It's so good. Patty tastes nice and juicy. Lettuce isn't stale or disgusting. Not too much ketchup. Like I said, a lot of cheese, but I'm not really hating on it for having a lot of cheese. I like cheese. Although I did meet a guy one time who got kidney problems from eating a lot of cheese. I think he got it when he was 18. He ate so much cheese. He said he loved cheese. And then by the time he was 18, he had something that was going on with his kidneys at the time. It's because he ate so much cheese. So he's he had to cut back on eating so much cheese. And I'm like, wow, that's a thing. I need to drink some water. After this video, I will. But anyways, how's your guys' day? My day not too bad. Just went to the doctor, gym, and now I'm here. Bye-bye. So one thing I do want to talk about, which is actually so crazy, it's music related. I know a lot of you probably have seen, or maybe you haven't. I don't really know your guys' music taste. I know some people are into hip-hop who watch this channel. But yeah, Drake is now suing, not Kendrick, but he's suing UMG over, what is it? Manipulating numbers for his Not Like Us song. That's the first lawsuit, and then today really probably the second lawsuit. This one might be against Kendrick. I don't know, or if it's against UMG as well for defamation. Basically saying that Kendrick put out a false narrative that Drake is like, I don't know, a predator, and it negatively affected him and his business practices, and he's like, I don't know, I guess making less money here. And for anyone who's ever thought that Drake was a part of the hip hop culture, I don't think they could say that anymore. And it's like a few reasons why, or maybe not that he's a part of the culture, because I guess he's always gonna be part of the culture, but like there's some sort of disconnect with him and like hip hop in general, because one, he is the machine of UMG, of Universal Music Group, or whatever the hell the group's called. He is a huge part of that machine. His numbers, I think it's safe to say that if anyone's getting botted, it's him. I'm not saying he's not popular. He's obviously super popular, but I think we'd be like very disingenuous to say that he isn't a part of that like system where numbers get driven up by both botting and radio play, right? So it's like, how are you gonna sue your own music label, right? The one that you're also under, for promoting another artist, right? Saying that streaming is basically like, if one person's streaming their music, they can't stream your music type thing. And that's basically taking away from your streams and botting and stuff like that. Like, nah, that's just crazy, because it also kind of belittles like Kendrick's achievement of him being so popular and Not Like Us being so popular. I heard Not Like Us everywhere. TikTok, I seen like Indian remixes to Not Like Us. I see so many things, people playing at clubs, cookouts, everywhere. When Not Like Us came out for like 2 months, it was everywhere. I'm not saying that it's not botted, because, you know, this is how music is. I think it happens with everyone where music is botted. But to say that I can't stand for it when it's against me, but I'm fine with it being for me, is absolutely crazy. And to lose a rap beef and then sue someone is the least hip hop thing I've ever seen. Of all the rap beefs I've seen throughout the years, I have never, ever in my life seen that, no matter how egregious was it. Like absolutely crazy. There's been hip hop beefs where people have lied about other people and the other person has not sued them, because that's just how it is. You know, it's just lying. That's just how it is. Listen, I'm certain that Meek Mill's career has been changed forever, ever since the rap beef that him and Drake had, right? When Back to Back came out, I heard Back to Back so much. And he even got nominated for a Grammy. But Meek Mill didn't accuse him or sue him for anything like that, for any defamation that might have been in the song. I don't know if there's any defamation in the song, like if he like lied about him, but I definitely believe that it was probably botted, because the song was like pretty big, got nominated for a Grammy and stuff like that. So, or did it win the Grammy? I don't know, but that's insane. It's just like every single move that Drake does is just such a bad move. Maybe not a bad move during business. Maybe this is a good business move. I don't know. I'm not in the industry. I'm not even in business. So it's like, it might be, but in the eyes of like everyone else, it looks horrible. Like when I hear that he is suing UMG over botting, it's insane, because it's like, you're fine with like losing everything else, or maybe you're not fine because he's obviously just like going crazy, but you're seemingly fine about everything else. But when it comes to numbers is where you draw the line. You're like, no, I have to be the guy with the numbers. So now that I'm not doing numbers, and now that Not Like Us is doing better numbers than me, like I have to, you know, sue or do something about it. I'll be honest, he should have just taken like the fat L and just left it and then came out with like an album, like If You're Reading This Too Late type thing, just put it past him, because I think that would have been the best like music move for him. But you know, and one thing I'm seeing here on Twitter is just people are so like, I don't know, easily influenced, because it's like, Drake's suing UMG and like doing this like defamation thing. Everyone's just saying, oh, Drake's against the system, Drake's anti-capitalist, Drake's trying to help artists. What? Drake has been the golden boy for UMG for like 12 years now. So it's like, I don't understand where this is coming from, where people are now all of a sudden believing that he's like against the industry and it's like anti-capitalist. Drake is the industry of hip hop. Like, he's a part of it. He is a part of the machine. $400 million. Like, this guy, didn't this guy get was it $400 million, $40 million deal to like release like 2 albums or something under UMG? He like had a deal. Like, he is literally the biggest cog in that music industry machine, right? Or at least the UMG machine. So to think that he's like anti-capitalist and he's doing this for other people other than himself to save himself is insane to me. There's no benefit to this, at least for him. Like, it's maybe there's a benefit, I guess, in terms of like monetarily, he'll get some money out of it. But like, I think if he goes through with it, I think his legacy and everything about him will be forever changed, because he is so deeply like identified in hip hop. Like, people see him as a pop star, but people also heavily see him as like a hip hop artist. But like, what he's doing is so anti-hip hop, in my opinion. To sue someone over numbers in a rap beef is insane. Absolutely insane. And then another thing is, how you guys sue him over defamation of you being a predator, right? You were texting Millie Bobby Brown when she was 14, giving her boyfriend advice when she was 14. First of all, what? Or was she 15 or 16? I don't know. Either way, he's like 30 when she's just now turned 18, didn't she? I don't know her age, but I know she was like really young, like underage at the time, texting her about, you know, boyfriend stuff. Why? 2, she's texting him and he's texting her. And he's saying to her that he misses her when she's like 14, 15, 16. Listen, there's no reason to be texting a 14-year-old. And then there's that whole thing with him on stage with that girl. Like, there's videos about stuff like that. Like, it's just weird. And it's like, there's a lot of questionable activities with him and like minors, right? So it's like, I don't like... But that's not even the point why I brought it up, to be like, oh, he is a predator. And he said, you're a predator. No, it's the fact that Kendrick said that. And even if he's saying it's untrue, Drake said that Kendrick is a wife beater. And then Drake also said that Dave Free, which is like Kendrick's best friend, slept with Whitney. And his kids aren't his kids. Kendrick's kids are actually Whitney and Dave Free's kid. And I'm just like, how is that not a part of defamation, right? How are you saying falsehoods and like fake things and then suing someone for saying fake things about you? Like, it's just so two-sided. It's just so weird, and it's so bad, and it just looks so bad. Like, I've never cared for Drake. I never really cared for his music, too. He has some songs that I like. I, at one point, really hated Drake. And then I was like, you know what? I'm gonna give his music a chance. I will listen to his whole discography again. And I sat there and listened to his whole discography again. From, like, So Far Gone, or Thank Me Later. I can't remember where I started. All the way to like current. And through sitting there, my opinions of his music didn't change. Well, it changed a little bit. I was like, okay, he's got some pretty good songs. I will listen to his albums when they come out, from like start to finish. If You're Reading This Too Late is still his best album, and it's still like low quality music. And that's how I always thought about him. His character, I don't really know anything about him, so I can't really speak too much about his character. But after this, it's just like he has no character. He's just greedy. Is what I'm thinking. And he's just petty. Man, he should have just stayed out of like hip hop. In terms of like the beef, he shouldn't have got himself included into it. Oh, and that was the last bite of the burger. I have last fry here. These fries are like cold. By the time I got home, they're already cold. And now they're even more cold. Yeah, I really think Drake should have just taken it on the chin and just went back to just releasing music and putting this behind him, because I think suing is just, I think for a lot of people, including me, it just leaves like such a horrible imprint on like not his music, but just who he is as a person. Like, suing at the end of a rap battle is just the most like a capitalist and like Karen and the most like, I don't know. It's like one of those things where like you hit someone and then they hit you back and then you go cry and tell your mom. That's what it seems like to me. I don't know, but let me know your guys' opinion. With that being said, remember to like, comment, subscribe, leave a comment down below of anything I'm talking about. Now, let's all share our videos in this side. And yeah, thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. As always, I appreciate you guys watching. And let me know your guys' thoughts on this whole Drake and Kendrick Lamar thing and Drake suing UMG, because it's very interesting. But that makes time to get out of here and edit this video. That was Five Guys cheeseburger. Delicious as always. I can't remember what I gave it, but I'll give it like an 8.5 or 9 out of 10 for a shoe review. And peace.